Thank you. Please, everyone have a seat. Giving all praise and honor to God who brought us here this morning. So each time we gather, it's a chance to set aside the rush of our daily lives, to pause with humility before an almighty God, to seek His grace, and mindful of our own imperfections, to remember the admonition of the book of Romans, which is especially fitting for those of us in Washington. Do not claim to be wiser than you are. So here we put aside labels of party and ideology and recall what we are first. All children of a loving God, brothers and sisters called to make His work our own. But in this work, as Lincoln said, our concern should not be whether God is on our side, but whether we are on God's side. And here we give thanks for His guidance in our own individual faith journeys. Brave men and women of faith have challenged our conscience and brought us closer to our founding ideals, from the abolition of slavery to civil rights, workers' rights. So many of you carry on this good work today. For the child who deserves a school worthy of his dreams, for the parents working overtime to pull themselves out of poverty, for the immigrants who want to step out of the shadows and become a full member of our American family, and for the young girl who prays for rescue from the modern slavery of human trafficking, an outrage that we must all join together to end. Through our office of faith-based and neighborhood partnerships, led by Melissa Rogers, we're proud to work with you on this and many other issues. And I invite you to join us in a new initiative that I announced in my State of the Union address, an effort to help more young men of color overcome the odds, because so many boys in this country need that mentor to help them become a man and a good father. Yet, even as our faith sustains us, it's also clear that around the world, freedom of religion is under threat. And that's what I want to reflect on this morning. We see governments engaging in discrimination and violence against the faithful. We sometimes see religion twisted in an attempt to justify hatred and persecution against other people just because of who they are, or how they pray, or who they love. Old tensions are stoked, fueling conflicts along religious lines, as we've seen in the Central African Republic recently, even though to harm anyone in the name of faith is to diminish our own relationship with God. Extremists succumb to an ignorant nihilism that shows they don't understand the faiths they claim to profess. For the killing of the innocent is never fulfilling God's will. In fact, is the ultimate betrayal of God's will.